Hey Toy fans, D21 Beast Rob here, back with another figure in the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends X-Men figures, and today we're looking at the X-Force/X-Factor member, Shatterstar. Now admittedly this is the figure I know the least about going into this review, but visually he looks like he has the most to offer. The packaging for this figure is the standard Marvel Legends box we're used to at this point, with the window box display that does house the figure inside as well as his accessories. At the bottom we've got the X-Men logo, and finally the figure's name. The back of the packaging has a nice glamour shot of the figure inside, as well as a bio for Shatterstar. Then towards the bottom we get a complete lineup of every other figure in this wave. Alright toy fans, well that's the packaging. Let's get this Mojo World Exile out of the box and see what he's all about. And here we have Shatterstar out of the packaging, toy fans, and this is a prime example of the fun that I think the folks at Hasbro were having when designing this wave. There's so much TLC put into this figure. We've got a freshly sculpted head and hairpiece, scarf, shoulder pauldron, weapons, boots, and I'm pretty sure even the gloves, the belt, and the leg strap are all brand new to this figure. I'm going to go ahead and call it now, Shatterstar may be the sleeper hit of this whole wave. Let's go ahead and take a look at the figure in closer detail. As you pull the head in, you're going to see lots of paint detail here on the ponytail and on the top of the head. There is actually a wash running through that whole thing. The actual ponytail band has been painted as well, and this is a separate piece. Now I will warn you, on my figure anyway, it feels like this is a bit loose, or at least not as firmly planted into the figure as I'd like it to be. I'm a little worried if you get rough with moving the head around that you might accidentally knock that out, so just be mindful of that. It may just be my figure, but it could be yours too. The face paint, or the paint applications on the face rather, are very clean on this figure. I like the sculpted detail on the braids coming down the front of the figure. We even have some more paint detail here for the ties on the braids. The shoulder pauldron for this guy, it's got a paint wash on it. It's sculpted very intricately on the sides and even underneath a little bit. We've got nice paint applications on the chest and a silver outlining on the symbol for Shatterstar. Coming down the figure, more paint wash on the actual belt piece, silver on the belt as well. Coming down the figure, we've got paint on the side of the legs, which is mostly clean on my figure. Even some paint detail on the boots. They did miss a little bit there on the corner of the boot, but otherwise it looks pretty great. But overall, Shatterstar is an excellent looking figure. Now while Shatterstar does have a lot of custom pieces, he does seem to borrow his legs from the Bucky Cat mold and his torso piece from, well, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and Dread Knight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the articulation on this figure. Shatterstar has a head that will bend down that far and back that far and look left and right. Again, be mindful of that ponytail as you move his head around though. He does have a strong ratchet in the shoulder, but his arm can move forward that far and move back. It bends out from the body that far, and as you can see here, the pauldron does move out of the way. Single bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, a wrist that rotates all the way around and bends back that far and down that far. He's got an ab crunch that doesn't bend quite as far forward as I would like it to, and it bends back just a little bit better. Waist rotation, a hip that'll move forward that far, back to a little past standing position, out from the body pretty nicely. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He does have a boot rotation, but that's more of a product of how he was assembled and not really that usable of a joint. His foot doesn't really bend that far forward because of the sculpting. It does bend back nicely, however, and he's got that great Hasbro ankle pivot. Overall, a pretty great range of articulation for this figure. Height-wise, Shatterstar does stand right about 6.5 inches tall. For some size comparison, here he is standing next to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Cable figure, X-Men version of course. Here he is standing with the best version of a 90s X-Force team I can put together with the limited offerings we have from Marvel Legends so far. And sadly, no, I don't currently own the Domino figure. And finally, here he is compared to the 6-inch scale Marvel Legends Infinite Series Wolverine.
Bub, a double-bladed sword might be nice, but you'd be a lot cooler if your blades came in sets of 3.
Ah, yes, I see. But they are very short.
Yeah, well, they drew them longer in the 90s.
Alright toy fans, well that's my review of the Marvel Legends Shatterstar figure, part of the Warlock Build-A-Figure wave released by Hasbro in 2017. Overall, while he may not be an A-list or really even a B-list X-Universe character, this figure is unabashedly fun. He's got a great amount of paint detail, excellent sculpted parts, and even some fun and nostalgic accessories thrown in. A lot of you will probably opt to pass on this figure, and I can understand why. But know that if you do decide to pick this figure up, he's definitely worth paying full price. Now, if only we could get a Richter, or a Boom Boom, or even an updated Cannonball or Warpath. Maybe next year. Well, thanks for watching this review, toy fans. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, which version of X-Force is your favorite? And which character from that team would you guys like to see next? I'm gonna say Siren. You guys can always keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram at D21Beast, and I'll see you guys next time.